I'm Chloe Vaughn, 35 years old, and I'll never forget that family party in Miami where my own blood turned on me. It was our parents' anniversary bash, everyone gathered laughing and toasting. I sat there trying to blend in, but my mother leaned over with that sharp smile. Chloe still slaving away in kitchens? What a waste. My father nodded, eyes dismissive, and my brother smirked, adding, "Yeah, sis, you're basically the help around here. Pass the drinks." The relatives chuckled, their mockery hitting like a slap. I'd given them everything, my savings, my support, only to be treated like dirt. But I held it together, forced a tight grin, and excused myself. They had no clue what was coming. Have you ever been stabbed in the back by family? Drop your stories in the comments below. I'm checking them all. That night, after slipping out of the party, I drove back to my small apartment, my mind racing with their words echoing. I couldn't shake it off the way my mother had dismissed me, my father agreeing without a second thought, my brother piling on like it was nothing. But it wasn't just that one night. It built up from years of them taking what was mine. I remembered the first big hit 4 years ago. I'd saved up $20,000 for my dream restaurant startup, working double shifts at the diner. My brother came to me one afternoon, all charm. "Chloe, I need a loan for this sweet sports car. It's a limited edition convertible, gonna impress clients for my sales gigs." I hesitated, but he pressed. "Come on, sis, family helps family. I'll pay you back in months." I wired it over, trusting him. Months turned into years. No repayment, not even a mention. When I asked, he laughed it off. "Relax, Chloe, business is slow. You'll get it eventually." My parents knew he'd bragged about the car at family gatherings, but they shrugged. My mother said, "He's building his career, dear. Don't be so selfish." Then came the second blow. 2 years later, I'd scraped together another 15,000 closer to opening my spot. My parents called me over for coffee. My father started, "We're in a bind, Chloe. Your brother's deal fell through and we need cash to cover his payments on that car." I stared. "You mean my money again?" My mother chimed in, "It's for the family. We'll sort it out." I gave in, transferring the funds, thinking it'd stop there. It didn't. Last year, I checked my account, 10,000 gone. My brother had my old login from a shared emergency fund we'd set up ages ago, confronted him at lunch. "What the hell, bro? That's my savings?" He smirked, sipping his coffee. "Needed it for an upgrade on the ride. You weren't using it right. Chill, I'll square up." My parents backed him. My father muttered, "Drop it, Chloe. We're all in this together." Sitting on my couch now, those moments fueled a quiet rage. I'd poured my future into them, and they treated me like an ATM. Their fancy lives, the parties, the status built on my back, while they mocked my job. Enough. I grabbed my phone and called my boyfriend. He answered quick. "Hey babe, you sound off. What happened at the party?" I spilled it. The insults, the laughter. They called me the help Connor. After everything I've given. He listened, then said, "That's messed up. But you know people like that are usually hiding crap. Ever looked into their finances?" His words clicked. My brother always flaunted that convertible, my parents hosting big events, but whispers of debts floated around. "You're right," I said, voice steadying. "Help me check, I need proof." He agreed. "Sure, I got some tools from work. We'll dig tomorrow." Hanging up a plan sparked. They thought I'd stay the pushover. No more. I'd turn the tables, make them feel the sting. The next day, I met my colleague at the cafe near work. She's a sharp sous chef who's seen her share of family drama. "Nora, I need your take on this." I started explaining the party and the old betrayals. She nodded. "Sounds toxic. What's the play?" I leaned in. "They're deep in debt from my brother's dumb moves. If I can confirm, I buy out his assets, starting with that car he loves." She grinned. "Smart. I can front some cash if needed. Got savings from my side gig." We sketched it out. She'd connect me with a contact for quick loans, keep it under wraps. My resolve hardened. This wasn't petty, it was reclaiming what they stole. Later, I linked up with the private investigator my boyfriend recommended. Casey, dig into my family's records, I said over coffee. Public stuff, debts, assets. He jotted notes. On it. Give me a week, I'll find the cracks. By week's end, his report hit my inbox. My parents had co-signed on my brother's car loan, now delinquent by $5,000. The convertible was collateral bank ready to seize. My brother's sales gigs were flops, racking up more red. They were living high on borrowed time and my money. Fury mixed with focus. I called Nora back. It's worse than I thought. Let's form a shell company, snag that car before the bank does. She agreed. I'll put in 10 grand. We bid low, own it anonymous. With the shell company in place, I drafted a notice cold official demanding immediate payment on the overdue loan or repossession of the convertible. I mailed it anonymously, imagining their faces when it arrived. 2 days later, my phone buzzed with a text from my brother. Chloe, you hear about this crap? Some company wants my car back. Parents are freaking. I replied casual. Sounds rough. What did you do? He called, right after voice edged. It's bullshit. The bank's selling out. You got any cash to spot me? I paused, letting silence stretch. Nah, bro. I'm tapped out thanks to you guys. He huffed. Come on, sis, don't hold grudges. Family first. I hung up, anger shifting to steel resolve. No more handouts. My colleague texted next. Got the funds wired. Company's solid, your name's buried deep. I met her at the diner after shift. Nora, this is gold. But Casey's report hinted at more. My brother's got ties to a failing eatery he invested in with my money. She raised a brow. That spot downtown, the one he bragged about. I nodded. Yeah, dig deeper. If it's tanking, we buy that too. We pulled up public filings on her laptop. The restaurant, his big venture, was buried in liens, 50,000 in arrears. My parents had co-signed again, using equity from their condo to back it. Twist records showed my transferred funds traced directly there, not just the car. Holy shit, I muttered. They funneled my restaurant savings into his flop joint. Pain hit fresh, but it cooled quick into calculation. I'd dreamed of my own place. They'd hijacked it for his ego. Let's expand the plan, I said. Shell company snaps up the restaurant loan too, bank's eager offer low. She agreed. I'll add another 15 grand. We own both, then squeeze. I called my investigator. Casey confirmed the eatery's debts. Any dirt? He emailed back fast. Yeah, health violations, unpaid vendors. Your brother's skimmed profits per whispers. Full report attached. Reading it, betrayal burned hotter. Not just theft, fraud. My brother had doctored books claiming my money as investor loans he never repaid. My parents knew, emails copied them. They covered for him. I told my boyfriend over dinner. Every time. He squeezed my hand. You're turning it around. What's next? Confront, no. Hit where it hurts, take control, then reveal. Emotions flipped. Hurt faded, replaced by cold strategy. I wasn't the victim anymore. I was the architect. We filed the bids that week. Bank accepted for the restaurant, 40,000 total, debts included. Now I owned his pride and joy, plus the car. I upped the ante, sent a lease demand through the company, tripling management fees for the eatery, effective now. My family scrambled. My mother called, voice shaky. Chloe, something's wrong. This company bought out your brother's place, demanding crazy money. I played dumb. Wow, Mom. Tough break. Maybe sell assets? She sighed. We can't. Everything's tied up. I bit back a retort. We'll figure it out. I'm busy. Behind the scenes, I watched. Drove by the restaurant signs, dim closed early, posted. My brother posted online, desperate for partners. Pathetic. My colleague laughed when I showed her. He's crumbling. Time to twist the knife. Soon, I said. First, gather proof for the big drop. My investigator delivered gold video clips from public cams showing my brother loading boxes, late night dodging vendors. Audio snippets, him admitting on calls to borrowing funds. This seals it, I told my boyfriend. Irrefutable. Pain from their insults lingered, but now it fueled precision. No tears, just payback brewing. We prepped the reveal. I'd host a family meeting at my apartment, drop the bomb. But twist invite a few mutual friends, make it public-ish. Let them squirm in front of witnesses. You're ready, my colleague said. They won't see it coming. I nodded, resolve locked. From dismissed to dominant, that shift felt electric. As bids cleared, ownership transferred. I held deeds, now car title, restaurant keys. Sent final notices, pay up or vacate. Their panic texts flooded in. My father messaged, Chloe, help us negotiate with this outfit. I ignored it. Emotions buried under empowerment. Time to escalate. I set the stage for the showdown, texting my family to meet at my apartment for a family meeting to discuss their financial mess. I invited 3 mutual friends, neutral witnesses, to amplify their shame. The day arrived, tension thick, as I arranged chairs in my cramped living room. My boyfriend gave me a nod. You got this, Chloe. Hit hard. I clutched the folder with the car title, restaurant deed, and Casey's damning evidence, ready to flip their world. The doorbell rang. My mother walked in first, face drawn, followed by my father, shoulders slumped, and my brother, jaw tight, eyes darting. The friends trailed, sensing the vibe but clueless about the bomb I'd drop. Thanks for coming. I started, voice calm but sharp. We need to clear some things up. My brother cut in, impatient. Chloe, what's this about? You helping with that company, or what? I smiled, slow, deliberate. Oh, I'm helping. Just not how you think. I slid the folder onto the coffee table, opening it to reveal the deeds. This company, Bright Ventures, it owns your convertible and your restaurant. And I own Bright Ventures. Gasps broke the silence. My mother's hand flew to her chest. What, Chloe? That's impossible. My father stared, voice low. You're lying. You're a cook, not some mogul. My brother lunged for the papers, face red. This is crap. No way you pulled this off. I held my ground, voice like steel. Check the signatures. It's legal. You're my tenants now. Car lease $5,000 a month. Restaurant fees $10 grand. Pay or lose them. The friends shifted, eyes wide. My brother exploded. You sneaky little, trying to ruin me. I'll fight this. I didn't flinch, pulling out my phone, cueing the video from Casey. Before you do, watch this. I hit play. The screen showed my brother at his restaurant, late night, stuffing cash from the register into his bag, dodging a vendor's call. Audio played him bragging on a call. Yeah, took Chloe's cash for the car. She won't do shit. The room froze. My mother stammered, Isaac, is that true? He sputtered, it's edited, she's framing me. I cut him off, voice icy. Bank records don't lie. You stole $35,000 total, my restaurant fund for your car. Your failing dive. Mom, Dad, you co-signed, covered for him. You called me a nobody while spending my dreams. My father gripped a chair, silent, face pale. My mother tried pleading. Chloe, we're family. We didn't mean, I raised a hand. Family doesn't steal. You mocked me at that party, laughed while I bled for you. I turned to my brother, eyes locked. You thought I'd stay quiet. That's done. Pay up or I sell everything, car, restaurant, all of it at auction. One friend coughed, awkward, another whispered, damn. My brother stepped closer, voice low, venomous. You'll regret this, Chloe. I'll drag you down with us. I didn't budge. Try it. You've got no money, no lawyer. I've got the law and the deeds. My mother's eyes welled up. How could you be so cruel, cruel? The word stung, but I pushed it back. Cruel was you choosing him over me every time. I pointed to the door. Meeting's over. Pay within 30 days or you're out. My brother stormed off, cursing. My father followed, head down. My mother lingered, voice soft. Chloe, please, let's talk. I shook my head. No. You made your choice. She left the friends trailing, throwing shocked glances. As the door shut, my boyfriend squeezed my shoulder. Proud of you? They didn't see it coming. I exhaled, pulse racing but steady. The witnesses ensured word would spread my family's facade was cracking. I'd flipped their game, taken their pride. But I wasn't done. Next step, make the fallout stick. The 30-day deadline loomed and my family's desperation grew palpable. I ignored their frantic texts and voicemails, letting the silence speak. My boyfriend checked in daily, updating me on whispers from mutual friends. Words out, Chloe. People are talking your brother's a fraud and your parents are broke. I nodded, feeling the shift. Their perfect image was unraveling. A week later, I got a call from the bank. My brother hadn't paid the $5,000 a month lease on the convertible. Repossess it, I instructed through bright ventures, keeping my voice flat. The restaurant fees, $10,000, went unpaid too. I greenlit an auction for both, scheduling it public and fast. Notices went out, plastered online and in local papers, ensuring their shame would spread. I drove by their condo one evening, staying out of sight. A tow truck hauled away the convertible, my brother yelling in the street. "This is my car. You can't take it." The driver shrugged, unmoved. My parents stood on the porch, faces ashen, watching their status symbol vanish. The restaurant was next. Vendors had padlocked its signs reading foreclosed. My colleague texted me a photo. "Look at that. Your brother's empire gone." I smirked, a cold satisfaction settling in. My mother tried calling again. "Chloe, we're losing everything. Can you talk to this company? Please." Her voice cracked, but I felt nothing. "Handle it yourself, Mom. I'm done bailing you out." I hung up her plea, echoing their old excuses. They'd never apologized, never owned their betrayal. Too late now. The auction day arrived. I attended, standing in the back, anonymous in the crowd. The convertible sold for $20,000 to a dealer. The restaurant equipment lease, all of it, went for $35,000 to a chain. My brother was there, face red, shouting at the auctioneer. "This is theft. That's my business." My father pulled him back, muttering, "Stop, it's over." My mother wasn't there. She'd stopped showing up places, I heard, too humiliated. Word spread fast in Miami. Friends who'd witnessed the meeting spilled the story. My family's invites to social events dried up. Neighbors whispered about their debts. My brother took a job washing dishes at a dive bar, ironic for someone who'd called me the help. My parents downsized to a one-bedroom rental, their lavish parties a memory. Their fall was complete, and I'd orchestrated every step. I didn't stop there. With the auction profits, $55,000 total, I paid back my colleague's loan and kept the rest. My boyfriend sat me down that night. "You did it, Chloe." "Now what?" I exhaled, a weight lifting. "I'm opening my restaurant. My way." He grinned. "Hell yeah." "And us." I smiled, softer now. "We're solid." Weeks later, I leased a small space downtown, a cozy spot for my vision, a bistro showcasing my recipes. I hired my colleague as sous chef, she'd earned it. Opening night, we served 50 customers, plates flying out, laughter filling the air. I stood in the kitchen, watching through the pass, my dream alive. My family's shadow couldn't touch me anymore. My boyfriend proposed that weekend over coffee at our favorite spot. "Chloe, you're unstoppable. Marry me." His ring was simple, perfect. I said yes, heartful, not of anger, but possibility. We planned a small wedding, just close friends, no family. They didn't deserve a seat. I cut contact completely, blocked their numbers, ignored their emails. They'd made their bed, chosen greed over loyalty. I wasn't their doormat anymore. My restaurant grew, bookings, steady reviews, glowing. I'd taken their betrayal and built my future from it. Their world collapsed. Mine rose stronger. Months after the auction, my life was my own. My restaurant thrived, tables booked weeks out, my name on every foodie's lips in Miami. I stood in my kitchen, plating dishes, feeling a pride I'd earned. My boyfriend and I set a wedding date, spring intimate, just our chosen circle. No trace of my family lingered in my plans. One morning, a letter arrived, my mother's handwriting on the envelope. I stared at it, knowing it held apologies, excuses. I didn't open it. Instead, I slid it into a drawer, unready to revisit their guilt. They'd lost their condo, moved to a rundown apartment, their social circle gone. My brother, once flashy, now clocked hours at that dive bar, his dreams dust. My father, always stern, was spotted at the market buying off-brand groceries head low. My mother stopped hosting. Her social media went silent. Their world, built on my sacrifice, had collapsed. I'd moved on, but their fall wasn't enough. I wanted to turn my pain into something bigger. With leftover auction funds, 20,000 after debts, I started Rise Up Kitchen, a grant program for chefs screwed over by those closest to them. The first recipient was a young line cook, Maya, 24, whose sister drained her savings for a business venture. I met her at my bistro, handing over a $10,000 check for her culinary school. Her eyes welled up. "Chloe, this changes everything." "Thank you." I nodded her gratitude, mirroring my own relief when I broke free. "Keep cooking, Maya. Don't let them dim you." Each grant I gave, 5 so far, felt like rewriting my story, turning betrayal into fuel for others' dreams. One night, as I locked up the restaurant, my boyfriend joined me, his arm around my waist. "You're building something real here," he said. "Not just the bistro, the fun, too." I leaned into him. "It's justice, not just for me, but for them." He kissed my forehead. "You're unstoppable." Reflecting on it all, I learned a hard truth: family isn't a free pass to hurt you. I used to think love meant giving everything, my money, my trust, without question. Wrong. Love demands respect, boundaries, not blind loyalty. My parents and brother crossed those lines, expecting me to bend forever. I didn't. I stood up, took back my power, and showed them consequences. That's the lesson: you don't owe anyone your worth, not even blood. Protect it, fight for it, because no one else will. To everyone listening, don't let family or anyone trample your value. Set your lines, hold them tight. If you've got a story of standing up or starting over, share it below. Your voice matters, and I'm reading every comment. Thanks for hearing me out. Hit subscribe. Let's keep this going.